take a minute and get things dialed in here real quick. I gotta say, I was completely shocked. Completely shocked. That the monthly mission updated already. Crazy! We got the big hunt for the possessed sword, which the pet itself I am not like overjoyed about. But it is a good opportunity. The big grind on this month's mission, of course, is going to be to gain 75 pet affection levels. That's going to take a while. I don't think the ogres are going to be an issue. In fact, by the time I get to 75 pet affection levels, I'm sure I'll just naturally be at that many ogres. So not too concerned with that one. Alright, I think I'm all ready to go. Aren't I? Yeah, I got plenty of inventory space. And I think, you know, obviously the quickest way to get this done is going to be to farm, you know, the easy mode onslaught. Going on normal there. However, I never really went after those onslaught weapons, as they're not, it's almost more of a novelty thing to have them, but I actually haven't heard anybody talk about those weapons in ages. So I'm going to go for, going to hopefully get that onslaught bow, a Nightmare 4 quality. Now whether or not I get that, who knows, but one can always hope. Now I am going to be picky and choosy here on my lanes. I'm not just going to start the match and just do it, as I want to make sure that I'm getting plenty of waves. I want to make sure I get into at least wave 15. And to be honest, I've never really tried it. I've done it on the, but that was at a whole different time than where the game is right now, so never quite tried it. Anyway, let's see what lanes we get here. I got mixed lanes in the middle. Yeah, man, the new monthly is here. I shocked. I'm completely amazed. It has never, as far as I can remember, it has never come right at like midnight on the 1st on the PC. In fact, the PC's monthly still isn't updated yet. Anyway, I'm just going to burn this one here and get some more favorable lanes. Since I didn't do this before, I don't want to assume that I'm going to be able to just knock it out. In fact, Wave 1, if I remember correctly the last time I tried this, Wave 1 is actually kind of brutal. But yeah, anyway, the new monthly's here, and like I said, I've never seen it come so soon. In fact, it was here before the 1st. I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of forum rage over that. I haven't seen any posts yet, but because I'm sure there's people that were still working on it that didn't get it finished. Now, I had it finished really early. And shame on you people for waiting to the last minute, but I'm sure people are going to be pissed because it did come so early. It was my, you know, I'm Pacific Standard Time in the U.S. and it was there for me at like 9 o'clock. It just, or maybe even earlier than that, 7 o'clock, whatever. It was before midnight on the east coast of the U.S., so that there's no doubt. Alright, we got... There we go. We got physical in the middle, which I'll take that. I usually like to have... I like to have the magic resist in the middle. That way I can stand in the middle here and tear stuff up. But that's alright, because really I believe this is going to be all about flyer control anyway. I'm going to have to spend almost the entire waves, I believe, working on flyers. Yeah, anyway, hoping to get that bow. I can't even remember what the bow's called. It has a passive on it that you like get a charge when you kill the lady orcs. And then when your secondary attack hits, it discharges those charges or whatever. And I'm thinking that will stack with charge primary. Nah, no word yet, man. I'm assuming it will be by the end of the month, and that's what, you know, one of the reasons I actually didn't mind the monthly being to level all those pets is that I still haven't found poisonous tips. So, I mean, I've been lazy with it. I've been getting pets to leveled up. Like, I don't have anything that's 60 yet, but I've got several that are really close. Instead of looking for the right pets, I've just been leveling the pets I had. I actually got high hopes for what I'm going to work on in this run here. Oop. That is the weirdest thing. Look at that. I'm stuck between Apprentice and Squire. There we go. Yeah, anyway, I got to get poisonous tips. Now, I was really hoping... I'm assuming that the Carnival update and the Harbinger will be out by the end of March. I mean, I'm assuming that. One would think, or you wouldn't think they would even have discussed it yet if it was going to be longer than that. So I was really hoping to get Dragolich as this month's monthly pet, and it's not Dragolich. And the reason being is they want, in my opinion anyway, is there was big bugs with Dragolich and the Harbinger on the PC. And there was much Nightmare 4 Harbinger farming going on the first days that the Harbinger was out. Because there was a stacking issue where multiple people that had the... Well, first off, Dragolich itself, the debuff was stacking really high on the Harbinger. But there was also an issue where it was stacking between players. So if, you know, 4 people in the group all had the Dragolich, you could basically go in and just kill the Harbinger in a matter of minutes. The whole fight, start to finish. Yeah, see, that's the reason I guess I really haven't worried about poisonous tips is because when the Carnival comes, I mean, when we first got the pet ability reroll in the PC, the things were rare. I mean, you never found them. You didn't have a whole lot of rerolls. Now, the wheel at the Carnival completely resolves that, as you'll end up having so many rerolls that you'll be throwing them away. You'll just be playing with them just to try different stuff. And let's see, what are we starting with here? Start off on the... Get those 2 outside lanes squared away. Anyway, so getting poisonous tips has not been a huge concern, because I know we're going to be able to have massive pet ability rerolls incoming as soon as the Carnival gets here. But I figured it is part of the monthly, so I might as well try a few pets out. So I'm going to get, you know, in the process of completing the monthly, I'm going to get several earth damage pets leveled up to 10 to see if I get a free poisonous tips before the Carnival gets here. Actually, right now, poisonous tips is just ridiculous. Not so much, I mean, it's the normal ability on yourself, but there's a issue right now, particularly with the Betsy bow, And I don't really remember it on the PC. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. So there's 9 there. Where when someone else gives you poisonous tips, you do like almost 1,000,000 damage per second for the duration of it. Pretty insane. Yeah. I've still been grinding it out. I actually can complete Temple of the Necrotic now, Nightmare 4 solo. 7. I don't... My success rate is really low, though I only actually finish it like 1 out of every 4 times. Because on that map, Wave 7 is just brutal solo. And if you are like even lucky enough to, or unlucky enough to have like flyers come in while that there's a boss beating on your blockades, that map is pretty much over. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, the changes are gonna make farming so much easier. You know, first off, we don't even have the Loot 2.0 yet on the PS4. It was never in the patch notes, but there were actually forum posts from Trendy talking about how it was included. It wasn't included. That's bullshit. Because I get ridiculous gear almost every time. It's like, you know, defense power and hero health with, you know, passives that don't match up at all. So it's definitely not here yet. But anyway, the next update is bringing a lot. We're going to have easy mode gold farming. We're going to have the Carnival, of course, which is going to get everybody to item power 700 pretty quickly. And then the Harbinger, so we got a few different a few more different ways we can use our characters with the target dummies will become a little more useful, and so on and so on. See, I got 260 left. I wanted to use blaze balloons here, but I don't have the best blaze balloon passives. But I wanted to use them just because they look cool. You know, sometimes you gotta just go with what looks cool. You know what? In fact, I wonder if I put one here, because they always bunch up right here. You know what? I'll put one right here. That'll definitely hit all of it. 130 left. Why don't we go... Oop. At the defense limit. That last blaze balloon did me in, I think. Let's see, I'm going to have to get rid of it. I got 4 more traps I can use. I was getting confused by the amount of mana I had left. Anyway, the new passives are awesome. The new farming techniques are awesome. Absolutely can't. I mean, the best possible thing you could really do for yourself right now, if you're like a hardcore PS4 player, is to grind gold. I'm up to 1.3 million now, but it's been pretty tough to grind it out when I'm, you know, constantly getting new pieces and upgrading them still. But I blew, you know, I've got like between 12 and 15 level 50 characters on my PC account. And not all of them, of course, were completely geared. Most of them were geared in like low-level Nightmare 4 stuff, early 600 item power stuff, and then the main ones that I played every day, they were all over 700. And the Carnival, now I did spend about 10 million gold. I think it was about 10 million the number. It probably wasn't that much. Now that I think about it, I had 2.5 million when the Carnival started. And I probably farmed another 2.5 million during. So I think I probably spent 5 million gold on the Carnival and the PC. But every one of those level 50 characters is geared in item power 700 gear or better. So it's, you know, gold is where it's at right now. Alright, now what the hell was I doing? Alright, I already switched it over to... Wait a minute, what did I do here? That's Elemental Chaos, that was right. Basically, I got one more trap to throw somewhere. And, started babbling and lost track of where I was. Now, since this is the physical resist lane, I am going to go with an upgrade right there, and I'm going to save that other 50. Like I said, this first wave is brutal, and depending on what you get, it can be like almost worth just re-rolling instantly. Now, I am going to be leveling up. Like I said, all I'm leveling is earth damage pets. This Serpentagon, going to get him leveled up. Yeah, there's a gold farming guide on the channel. It actually is not my strategy. It's Nextillion's strategy, but it works. It's very, very effective. You can get, I think the best hour I've had with it is probably about 800,000. I'm thinking if you had a group that all had the correct passives, you got to have a Squire. Anyway, let me struggle through this first wave here real quick. Yeah, you got to have a Squire with all the correct passives. And then you go into free play maps, set up no defenses, just blockades, and you kill everything manually. The reason you have to have a Squire is because the shield has the jackpot passive on it also. Anyway, you can get, you know, just screwing around, not even focusing on it really heavily, you can pretty easily get 500,000 per hour. And if you're really managing your time and grinding it out, you'll get much more. But that's what makes it difficult right now to even bother grinding gold too. And really, I mean, objective number one for any current PS4 player. And in fact, I was thinking about putting together a little guide on what you guys should exactly be doing right now to get ready for the update. Because no one does that, and then they all get pissed when they're not prepared. But anyway, what everyone should do right now is, first off, you got to have at least one character that's over item power 700. So you got to get Nightmare 4 gear in every slot on one character and upgrade it all, and you're going to be, or you should be, over item power 700 then. Once you get to that stage, you can get gear for all of your other characters, pardon me, through the Carnival wheel with just gold. So anyway, objective number one right now should be to get one character to item power 700. Objective 2 should be to farm lots and lots and lots of gold. In fact, power leveling right now, I was originally planning on power leveling up a few more tunes. Power leveling is going to become 1,000 times easier with the Harbinger as well. With the Harbinger, you can power level a new character from 0 to 50 in about 90 minutes. In fact, I'll be doing it live when the Abyss Lord comes on the PC. Gonna have me a level 50 Abyss Lord within a couple of hours of release, or within a couple of hours of me getting up the day of release, I should say. Of course, I got all my gold farming spheres in right now. I don't have the correct passives on the armor pieces on this guy, but I do have the skill spheres in. Anyway, I got really lucky with this group in Wave 1. It seems like if you get the undead in Wave 1, it just screws you so bad because you can't you don't get any mana, so you can't handle going 3 waves with no chest. If you keep the flyers down, you pretty much win the map. And the flyers are tricky on this one because there are a lot of the bombers. And the bombers on this one can, you get anything past like wave 10 and the bombers will one-shot your core. Throw a couple of upgrades around here just on these blocks. I already got one on that one. I guess I should have saved that one and threw it on one of these blaze balloons, but that's alright. Just 3 shy of up in a blaze balloon. Anyway, if you get the undead in wave 1, it's brutal. Because you don't get any mana, you get a tiny little bit in the middle of the second part of wave 2. I'll be able to solo the Harbinger even if it's not there. Most people will. Because it depends on where they... we're also, in the current state, everyone knows, in the current state of the game on the PS4, it's pretty difficult to do most maps solo. I mean, Liferoot is one thing. But it's very difficult to do Nightmare 4 on a lot of the maps. And it gets a bit of a rebalancing where it becomes easier if you're solo and then it ramps up based off of the number of players. It does to an extent now, but not like it does later on. Get a little gold. I'd love to get up to 3 million by the time the Carnival starts, but I keep getting sidetracked, and with my awful bow luck I've had, I've been doing a lot of that. I've been grinding Betsy. And grinding, Rampart's Incursion when I have the right people online. I'm sure that the bug will still be there, though. I think it will. Most of the bugs have been there when they released, and most of the glitchiness things. So now the main bug, before everyone discovered the Apprentice's boom wall bug, the main bug was with Dragolich Pet, and I'm hoping the Carnival's here before we get the Dragolich Pet now, because I know we don't get it this month. So, I'm willing to wait, I guess, for the Dragolich Pet, but that made Harbinger farming real easy as well. Yeah, that fight really is just all about practice. It's actually not that difficult to do, even solo. If you have, if you have solid builders, of course. If you've got, all your builders are even close to item power 700, which you will be because of the Carnival, then the Harbinger is just a matter of practice. Where it does take a little practice. It's it's not one of those maps where you can just read how to do it and then run in and clear it on the first try. But once you get it down, it is easy. Well, just like any map, though, once you get it down. Once you get any of the maps down, they're all a piece of cake. I never got one either. I gave up. I've seen a lot of 10% tripwires, but none of them with defense power. I've got a 9% tripwire bow right now, and I gave up because I know it's changing too. When Loot 2.0 comes, and I'm assuming it's going to be in this next update with the Harbinger and the Carnival, the passives are changing too, and you can have tripwire on every piece. So it's not as important. Oh, come on. Like I said, it's all about the flyers. You beat the flyers, you win this map. You guys are chewing up on my blockade here. Once I get built out a little bit more, it'll be a lot easier because then I can just focus on flyers and ignore all the packs. Yeah, I still haven't. Yeah. Alright, what do we need? Need a break to come and a chest full of green mana way I can get everything upped. Let me go ahead and get these blaze balloons popped up. As soon as like wave 10 gets here, I'm betting that I'm gonna spend the entire wave killing flyers. And by the time I get all the flyers done, most of the mobs will probably be dead. It's gonna be brutal. I was seriously debating on bringing my monk to get a little air defense, but my monk has got mediocre gear. He's like item power 620 or 630 or something like that. So it's good for a boost, but that's about it. His air defense doesn't hit very hard. I really hope Poisonous Tips comes on this pet though, because I like the little animation on this one. This and the green eyes. I think that would actually be, out of the available pets right now, if I had a pet that I rolled around with all the time that had Poisonous Tips on it, I think I'd want it to be a golden green eyes. I think that would look cool as hell. Uh-oh. They have arrived. I got lucky on the wave choice here. I'll be honest, I tried this earlier and I had the undead in the first wave. And I just tried just to see how hard wave 1 was going to be. Or round 1, I guess I should say. It's actually 3 waves. But I wanted to see how tough that was going to be before I started live streaming, and I didn't want to... If I can't make it past wave 1, I don't want to do it live. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, big old pack rolling up here. Those blaze balloons with the frosty are just mean. It's what I haven't farmed up a good blaze balloon set yet. I'll do all that once I get you know, all the alts. Right now I got 2 level 50 squires, 2 level 50 huntresses, 2 apprentices, and 1 monk. And really I need probably another squire and maybe another huntress before I worry about another monk. Can still, if you get the skill spheres in place, you can still make a pretty nice amount of gold on those horde waves. Even though the jackpot passive isn't in yet, still can do pretty well. Yeah, I've had crap luck, man. I've found 2 armor cleansers now. Both of them have had, well, one of them had defense health on it, and the other had, I want to say it was defense crit. I found like 4 or 5 Betsy bows, none of them 4 per second. So, I mean, the armor cleansers, if I would have found a 4 per second armor cleanser with defense crit on it, I'd have probably ended up using it anyway. Same thing with the Betsy bow. But the real problem, I guess, is I haven't found any of the 4 per second ones yet. And I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. I haven't seen any screenshots or whatever of the bows available on Onslaught here since this system of gear came in, where it shows percentages instead of showing a value. So, I mean, I don't even, in the ones with the varying shots, the last time I saw a screenshot on any of the Onslaught bows was before then. So I don't even know what these things, like, how they shoot or anything. And if I remember correctly, I may be wrong, but I think it takes 20 Onslaught rounds, so 60 waves, to get a pet to level 10, where you can, you know, unlock their ability. Come on, Quibbly. And I've gotten the tease a couple times, too, because, you know, on the PS4 still, when you unlock the ability, it doesn't show the, like, the tooltip properly without going and switching back and forth from other characters. So I instantly run down to the target dummies and pop it. And, you know, the animation on, like, that poison, or what is it, Stinky Pits? The animation on Stinky Pits looks really similar to Poisonous Tips. And I thought I got it, and it was Stinky Pits. I was very bummed. And with my defense health, I think charges may be an issue here too, which now I'm going to be able to get quite a few things upped, so shouldn't be a huge deal. In fact, I'm just going to start off right here. Speedy Undead. Damn Speedy Undead. Now the chests, the mana chests, are very generous. And Onslaught, of course. So that's kind of nice. Let's see, let's get these guys up. I really think I need to get these blaze balloons up too. Actually, I got quite a few things I can upgrade. This is Onslaught is one of the only times I ever had to repair my traps. That's why I haven't really worried too much about my defense health with my Traptress. But with Onslaught, they get chewed down pretty nicely, in fact. And let's see, I didn't lose anything, did I? Not yet. I will lose Frosty Towers. I'll have to go back in during and pop on there. Now, for anybody that isn't on my friends list now that does want to play with me, I started a Dungeon Defenders 2 PS4 community. It's just Juiced DD2 is the name of it. So by all means join that, because once we get some members, you know, I just formed it and haven't really advertised it yet, so it only has like 2 or 3 members, but once we get some members, I'll be regularly just posting up parties there, and anyone is welcome to join. Damn flyers. These ones are the worst. Well, the bombers. I mean, the bombers are just... There's just nothing you can do about them if you don't get them burned down quick enough. Those guys are just brutal, regardless. But definitely, you know, you get into kind of a grind when you're doing Onslaught mode, and every once in a while you'll kind of zone out into your shooting or whatever. You have to remember to keep an eye on your minimap, and particularly anytime you see yellow flyers coming in, that's going to be the bombers, and you need to get those guys down. One more in the mid. Yeah, see, with kind of a luck of the draw too with the waves, with the amount of that type of flyer I got right out of the gates. And of course undead, so no green mana. And that sucks. I wish I had more than 31. Keep my... Well, I'll get a little bit on this wave. There will be some other stuff mixed in with it that'll drop some. You don't want to run yourself completely dry on Onslaught, that's for sure, and that's damn near what I did. Joey, 75 affection levels will take a long time. I want to say you could probably, like, now I'm not, I'm doing Nightmare 4 here, so that's obviously not the quickest way. The quickest way would be to do Onslaught on normal mode, where you can just burn through it really fast. And I want to say you could probably get probably 10 levels an hour on normal mode. So, based off of that, 7.5 hours of just straight grinding would get you there. I'm actually doing, I'm trying to knock out multiple things at once here. I'm getting the pet affection levels, looking for poisonous tips. But plus I've got like all my gold collecting spears in. And I chose weapons. I wanted to try to get the Onslaught weapons. Or at least see what their current state is. The monk weapon looks like one of the little explosives that one of the kobolds would carry. The bow looks really cool. It's just its passive is not, its special passive is not the greatest. Alright, more flyers over here. And some more over here. These guys are brutal. Give me the different flyers. I know they'll be different every wave, but or each round. So yeah, anyway, I think I'm sure somebody could probably do it quicker, but I would guess 7 hours probably. 7 to 7.5 hours to just straight out grind the 75 affection levels. These guys are never going to die being a magic lane. Or fizz resist. Yeah, I think I needed that blaze balloon further back. It's not hitting them. Oh, but they're hitting me. That's for damn sure. Maybe I'll have to scoot that blaze balloon back a little bit at the next break. Well, let me just sit here and spray into them for an hour. They'll eventually die. It looks like it might be catching that one in the front a little, but not really. Yeah, I'm not going to get all 75 of them done tonight, though, Joey. This is my last night off work before I have to start my work week again. So I can't be staying up till 7 in the morning. I've got to get a little sleep. Well, I got lucky they timed out there. Yeah, it looks like that is just falling short. Alright, I think the walls are probably all good. This one, the further along you get, the easier it becomes. Now of course you plateau. But you get all your traps up to 5 stars, nothing's making it there. It's got to be one of the absolute bosses to make it. So hard to see the flyers in the center lane on this one. Next week, I think it's next week, or next weekend, I don't have to go back to work until Wednesday instead of Tuesday. I took an extra day off, but on Tuesday the Division is releasing, and I planned on playing that with a bunch of real-life friends. So, I mean, obviously I'm a full-blown DD2 addict, so I'm not going anywhere when it comes to DD2, but I'll be playing some Division on the side. It'll take away from my DD2 grind a little bit, but the division will actually get completely ignored as soon as the Harbinger and Carnival get here. Same thing happened to me with Fallout 4. I was so stoked to play it, and some of the... In fact, I think it was this... maybe the content update that we're in right now on the PC, or on the PlayStation, was just hitting the PC then, and I ended up completely ignoring Fallout 4. Alright, Dennis, have a good one, man. Yeah, it's going to take me, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping I can last long enough to get to, you know, wave 20 or whatever. We'll see. I may not have what it takes to get there. My walls are still pretty weak, and I didn't bring along a boost monk, so we'll have to see. This stream may end up being a couple hours long, or it may end up being 20 minutes. I'm not going to cut it off at 20 minutes, though. If I fail miserably, I'll start something else that I know I can do. Because just grinding pet levels. Now, the special weapons, as far as I know... Now, of course, the internet is always very deceiving. Those internet people... But I've seen comments of people getting the weapons as early as, like, wave 8 and as late as, like, wave 20. But, I mean, I might not see them at all. It's a chance per round. It's not a, it's going to automatically be here at this wave type thing. As far as I know. See, the golden pet is. You'd think that the weapons would be too. You'd think you'd automatically get one at wave 15 and wave 25. Alright, let's see. Couple more ups along here. I've been playing on the Ireland server, and it's strange, but it seems like, maybe it's all in my head, but it seems like to me I actually have less latency issues. Not that I have them very frequently, but it seems like I have less latency issues playing on that EU server than I do playing on the East Coast server. Let's see. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should move that blaze balloon back. I think I'm gonna move it back a little bit, because that's gonna continue to be a problem right there where those guys all bunch up on that hill. So let's see. Let me do, in fact, let me put these closer together so that they do hit each other, and then put the blaze balloon like right there. That should make it back here. Well, let's see. Oof, still cutting it pretty close. I don't know if they're going to take the damage. I'm going to move it back just a little bit further, just to be safe. Now there it's hitting them for sure, and it still gets up into here far enough. See, let's go with that, and then I'll throw a couple of ups on these guys. I'm going to save the 171 here because I don't really know what to expect, and I don't want to run out of repair mana. Alright, so we got the little dive bombers coming in. Always look for that the yellow flyers on the minimap. So like I said, these guys, they can one-shot your core when you get to high enough levels. And obviously that would be a terrible thing. And one over here. This is going to be one of those waves where I'm running back and forth, I think. Killing one flyer at a time that's rolling in. Ooh, those guys came in quick. So I accidentally sold my toxic shock bow. I got this one and I was playing with it on the target dummy, and then I went to clean up my inventory and accidentally sold it. I did get another one, another 4 per second one. But I can actually hit more DPS with this one now. It's actually really close. I can just barely get more. But taking out flyers is a lot easier with this bow. The toxic shock is not super effective with the flyers. This one, it's easy to miss, but at the same note, it's if you do hit him, you're taking out massive chunks of it, especially if charged primary procs. Got some heavy-duty mofos rolling up in here. Oh, shit. I think I'm upgraded enough where it's not going to be an issue. I don't think any of these guys are going to make it to my blockades. Well, somebody did on the other side. They weren't there for very long. Didn't do any damage to it, but... And the lady orcs. Definitely got to watch your trap charges here too. If you don't focus really on defense health or don't put much defense health into your traps like I don't, you definitely got to pay attention to your trap charges. Just going to save up here. I already swept that side. Alright, back to flyer duty. It's actually a little tedious. Now, the benefit of just doing onslaught, like regular onslaught, or even doing end game onslaught, but on normal mode, when it comes to just grinding pet levels, is if you do it on normal mode, you can completely AFK it. I mean, just turn around and hit G every 5 minutes, and you're good to go. And I do that for something good on TV or whatever, or watching a movie or whatever. In fact, I will probably do that tonight, because even though, uh-oh, what happened? Oh, damn dive bomber went in on me. Now, you want to make sure you're not standing near your course with these guys as well, because if you're standing, it's so easy to stand on top of the egg. But if one of these dive bombers come in at you and they make it all the way to you, they're going to damage your core. So don't park back here and kick it. I see a lot of people doing that. It's not very smart. Anyway, hopefully I can get myself, I don't know if it's going to work out or not, but I'm hoping I can get myself high enough level to start, and maybe get a decent item power bow to play with. I think I really want a Betsy bow. And I've been doing Betsy a lot, and just having awful luck. The last week I've killed a Nightmare 4 Betsy at least 5 times a day for the whole week. And with all that, I've seen, I think, 3 or 4 of the bows dropped, and they were all just 1 per second with garbage stats. The best one I had was 2 per second, but then it had defense crit. Took a little damage there. Could actually throw an upgrade somewhere now. I got enough collected up. I don't have to worry about repairs. I think I might just throw it on that wall in the middle. Yeah, let's do that. You know what? I could up that blaze balloon all the way to 5 too. That'll be beast. Well in range of the frosty towers. Alright, flyer, flyer, flyer. Damn flyers. So those hard ones are tough to see. The middle ones there, they're so high up in the air in that sun in your eyes thing. They're still at the stage where they burn pretty easy though. A few more waves and these guys will get a little trickier. Still just a matter of killing them though. You just do it. You can do it. It's just a matter of doing it. You cannot ignore them or wait. You gotta kill them now. I bet it's wave 5. You get to wave 5 and a dive bomber could probably one-shot your royal egg. Yep. Ogre and Tusker coming all down the same lane here. I have to stay back just a little bit, and that sucks with the dive bombers coming. Trying to get them damaged up through all this mess, but oh man, bunch. Oh shit. Alright, lost a frostbite tower, took some damage to the egg. Got an ogre beating down my blockades. God, this is pathetic. I better be able to complete more than this. Let's see, let's get rid of this ogre first things first. There's only one more flyer up there. Damn flyers, man, I tell ya. I knew I was going to lose some frosties here and there. Was not expecting to take any egg shots like that, though. How low is it? Oh, he didn't get my egg, he just got the frosty tower. That's awesome. Got 2 of them over here, it looks like. Alright. Now I got a weird little bit of lag there. That's the first lag I've seen at all playing on that Ireland server. Looks like it's all caught back up now. Yeah, looking good. Alright, so gotta rebuild. Let's see what item power this was. 638. Not spectacular. It'll sell for 100 gold though, or go into upgrading one of my pieces. Let's get these frosties laid back down. Just those 2, right? Yep. All right. See, look at this. What kind of lag is this? There it is. Like I said, it's the first time I've seen it since I've been messing around on that Ireland server. No lag between jumping or shooting. As soon as I hit the button, it fires. So that's good. Let's get some ups in here. See, that one's alright. Alright, you know what? I got plenty of... I'm getting the lag when upgrading, though. That's for sure. Check these traps. Looks like the front ones are taking a little bit of little damage there. Getting the charges burned off. 300 left. I'll just pop them into this side here. Yeah, my mana pool is lagging down too. I don't know, like I said, it's probably something to do with playing on the Ireland server and streaming at the same time. I don't know. I got a decent internet connection, but it's not spectacular. I get 10 up, like 60 down. So it's good enough. Wish my up was a little bit higher. Oof. Damn you flyers. So many. Alright, middle flyers. Oh, damn, he's all the way back there. Woohoo! Those little sneaky bastards are tiny. You don't see them. Gotta watch that minimap. Thank God he got frozen. Yeah, so anyway, the only maps I've been doing really lately is the Temple of the Necrotic, Betsy, and Rampart's Incursion. That's it. I've been just grinding those as many times as I can through the course of the day. There's a few different people I play with, and you know, my walls are still sketchy. So they both have better walls than me, and that makes it nice. And then my traps, although they have good defense power on them, their crit is really low, and that you know, that hurts too. I can't wait to get that Carnival and Harbinger though, and just I think it may be just the nature of the beast of how it works on the PlayStation. I don't think Trendy even knows exactly when those will go live once they get submitted. See, they're not. Timmy Trash Tier has been real good about posting updates of when he submits stuff to PlayStation. And he hasn't said anything about submitting the Harbinger and Carnival to PlayStation yet, so. Alright, flyers, flyers, more of those little sneaky bastards. The reason I haven't focused on my walls, you know, I could have got improvements on my walls by now, for sure. Could have gotten over 300k, but I've put zero focus on them because I've got some other guys that I play with. You know, for the maps that I do solo right now, my walls are good enough. They're sketchy, but they're good enough. But for the harder maps that I'm doing with other people, I do it with the same people pretty much every day. And since they've got the walls, I haven't really worried about it. I've actually been on the hunt for a bow now for weeks and weeks and weeks. Before it was the tripwire bow that I needed. I found a bow that I'm content with for my builder, but my bow situation for my DPS is hurting badly. Guess maybe I should start paying attention at some point, huh? Wouldn't be a bad idea. Yep, here's that lagginess again. I'd hate to have to... Well, I guess I'm only on wave 4. I was going to say, I'd hate to have to restart this. And the side waves, 2 side lanes have been really no issue at all. Good lord, here we go again. Got some kind of connection issue or whatever. Or maybe they're doing some maintenance to the servers, perhaps. It's maintenance night for Trendy. See the loot lag, too. See how long it takes me to loot the coins. Some of the stuff comes right away. Yeah, massive loot lag as well. That's unfortunate. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it all the way with the lag. I'm going to go as far as I can. But I think eventually I'm going to get overrun here. I'll have to switch back to that US server. And massive lag here too. Nah, Stefan. DD2 is definitely not all about Liferoot Forest. I'm just playing around with some Nightmare 4 Onslaught, and that's the only map I had the balls to do, to be honest with you. I actually haven't done Liferoot in ages now, because Liferoot Incursion, the loot is actually shit on it right now. I don't know if you remember from the PC days, but the PC had the same problem. There was a spell where Liferoot, you know, it still had the chance of dropping the rare weapons, but the majority of the loot that drops is garbage. So I haven't played Liferoot in weeks before now. I think I'm going to get overrun here. If I do, I'm going to switch. I'm going to switch to a US server, and that will probably disconnect the stream when I do that. But if I flop out now, you know, obviously I'm going to have to come back. I can't be happy with Wave 4. That would be way, way bad. But I'm getting, you know, and I was just bragging about it too, but I've had really good performance off of that Ireland server lately. I've been playing on it a lot. But I'm getting some strange sort of lagginess going now. In fact, this wall will probably not even repair fast enough, will it? Let's see. Yeah, I guess it did. Didn't really get bad until the end of Wave 3 there. That's when stuff started getting a little ugly for me. Yeah, anyway, if I do have to do that and it disconnects the stream, I'll be right back within just a couple of minutes. So please stand by. Looks like I bought myself a little bit more time, though, with that being the third wave of that round. And it looks like the lag is gone again. How strange. Speedy Draken up next. Alright, so definitely got to get all these walls capped. Got that blaze balloon up. Let's get these walls fully upped so I can not have to think about them other than repairs anymore. Yeah, there was a long stretch where it was all about Liferoot. But those days are gone. Thank God, huh? Like I said, I haven't played Liferoot in weeks. Every once in a while, if I have one more of the daily boosts left and no one's online, I'll solo Liferoot Incursion Nightmare 4 just to get the boosted chest. But that's about the only reason I do it anymore. Need 700 left. That's a nice little packing a punch up front here in this lane now for sure. Actually doing pretty good over here too. Yeah. When originally it seemed on the PC it was all about ramparts. Back before they had Nightmare 4 and everything else, it was what it was, Ramparts 25++. That was the map you just grinded over and over and over again. And then Liferoot, And Liferoot went from the 25 plus days all the way up to very recently, where it was the map to grind. But yeah, now for me it's Betsy, Temple, and Necrotic, and what else? Oh, and Rampart's Incursion, because I don't have an armor cleanser. Oh shit, I forgot to switch. There, I didn't forget to switch. I'm lagged out or something. I'm on the right character. Yeah, this is unfortunate. Man, the flyers are coming in hard, too. Gonna be able to get them all? I think so. Still got some on the side there. One more. Oh man, I got lucky. They froze. The freeze and fall. Not over yet. There's some more coming in, but the packs aren't near as dense as they were. I should have done the left lane first, but that's alright. Throw a repair on this blockade before I run over to the other lane. Yeah, it looks like the left lane took care of itself with the Frosties. Get that bad boy repaired. Oh man, the Frosties just saved the day. Even with my untimely deaths. Yeah, I don't have a monk with this build. Right now, it's all about, you know, frosty traps, walls, and a DPS. So I didn't bring along a monk, and that's why no air defense. So it's all manual. Got to kill them all yourself. You get lucky with some frosty procs here and there, but for the most part, you got to kill them all. Looks like I lost a bunch of frosties that time. Let's see. I want to put them back further. Let me just put them back further instead of up front. Got 4 there, 2 there. Shit. I was thinking it was the end of the wave. Damn it. Now I'm locked in with my apprentice that's does 0 DPS. Shit. Yeah, what are you gonna do? They're coming now. Ah, man. Full of blunders this evening. Can't blame this one on the lag. This one was all me. Oh, no. Not gonna be able to do it. Come on, Frosties, kick in. Freeze all these motherfuckers. Yeah, anyway, there's also, you know, PS4 players will see it. There's going to be a stretch in the meta where basically there's no monks in the mix. Anything you want to do, if you're the solo builder and there's no one else coming along with you, you don't bother bringing a monk. Like right now when I play with my friends, we use a monk, but like I usually bring the boost monk and then they bring the aura monk. And then tanks too. Tanks are going to start entering a stage of uselessness. You'll no longer require hero health anymore for your walls when this next update comes. A lot of people were pretending to be tanks because they had massive health, yet they were actually putting out 0 damage. or really low damage. So, I mean, there's some situations where it was helpful, but for the most part, they were just kind of in the way. But they were able to get their squires geared up by doing that. But yeah, with Hardy, god dang it, and I forgot to switch. Jesus, you'd think I'd been drinking all day. With the change to Hardy, your Squire can become more useful now. It's not just about building walls. I mean, you can have a really mean cannon Squire, or you can have a really mean harpoon slash wall Squire. But you can, you can combo something, not requiring the hero health. You can get harpoon passives and lay down your 300 plus thousand walls and still have plenty of room left over to do pretty nice damage with harpoons. Then of course the AoE for the harpoons is based off of defense health. I'm screwed. I'm not going to be able to burn these guys down. Yeah, this is over. Damn it. I'm going to have to come back. What I'll do is I'll switch. Stefan, the only time it's worth it to save Quab and Liferoot Forest is if you're doing it on free play to level. There's a big experience bonus, but that's the only reason. There's no other reason to save him. Let me get out of here. Alright, well, I got a couple of pet levels there, I'm sure, but that was a bit of a waste of time. Screwing the pooch there on not switching over. That was just dumb. Let me see, what did I get in pet levels from that one? 2. That's it. Good lord. Halfway through the second affection level is it. Got a ways to go there yet. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm assuming the stream is going to cut out. So I am going to switch over to the US server. I'm going to reset my modem. If the stream does cut out anyway, I'm going to reset my modem. And then I will pop right back in. So let's see if it does when I exit out the title screen. It may or may not. I don't know. Yeah, that sucks because I had everything starting to come along nicely. But, just going to change it to default there. And then get back in here. Alright, so it looks like we're still going alright. Alright, so now I'm on the US servers. See if that will take care of my lag situation. I'm still doing good on inventory. So I'm going to hop back in there, the same map, and see if I can get something done there. Nightmare 4, Liferoot Forest. Yeah, like I said, this is not even remotely the quickest way to get pets leveled. But I'm just trying to see if I can get the special Onslaught bow. And make a little gold early in the process. See what kind of lanes we get here. Pardon me. Do not inhale the Coca-Cola products. It's bad for your lungs. Jesus. Terrible. Alright, so I got mixed lanes. I'm not even gonna bother with it. I'm just gonna burn it. Too much of a challenge right now, considering I'm barely surviving when I hand pick my lane resistances. See what these bombers do here. They're gonna just destroy the core. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Alright, let's just replay and see if we get some better resists. Hopefully this doesn't take me too many tries here. But it's going to take a couple of hours to get through it anyway, so I don't mind spending 5 minutes looking for decent lane resist. What do we got? Alright, we got both physical in the middle. That'll work. We're going for a weapon. And we got healthy snipers right out of the gates. Figures. They're actually not too bad to deal with. You run endgame Nightmare 4 for gear, Kevin, and depending on what you're looking for, like you start off, the easiest way to start off, in my opinion, is just regular endgame Nightmare 4 on Liferoot. And then from there you move up to endgame Incursion Nightmare 4 on Gates of Dragonfall. And then after you're able to complete Gates, then you move on to some of the other Item Power 1000 maps. Those an Item Power 1000 maps of Nightmare 4 drops the same quality loot of a Nightmare 4 Incursion. But the only way to get the potential of a Item Power 700 drop is to do one of those 1000 maps. Yeah, there's a big difference there, Nicholas. It when you're fully leveled, I'll look when I get back to the forge, but you can have the maximum stats that a level 60 pet can give is 350. So like in the current state, a level 60 pet perfectly rolled would have 350 defense health and 350 hero health. Now that, of course, is going to change when hero health is no longer required for the walls. And you'll have to re-roll your pet. But a level 1 pet that rolled perfect stats has 50, would have 50 defense health and 50 hero health. So it's definitely, I mean, 300 hero health, or defense health, it's pretty significant. Alright. I was really hoping it would have a neutral lane. No neutral lane, though. See, it looks like we got elemental first. So let's go ahead and do the middle lane here. Let's go like this. See how this does. And put a blaze balloon here. Elemental chaos there and there. There. You know what? I really want to use another blaze balloon here. I think I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna put a blaze balloon there and a blaze balloon here too. I want to just blaze the area up. Now there I'm gonna be concerned with whether or not mobs will trigger it. I'm sure they will. But all three of those blaze balloons should hit both lanes here now. But that only leaves me 260, which is 13. So I can't do that. That is not enough traps. I guess what I'll do is I'll move this blaze balloon up later on. You know what? I can do it right now. To hell with it. Put that blaze balloon right there, and then I'll move these two elemental chaoses so they're in closer, I guess I should say. Tell you what, let's go there. Bring this one in too, to right there. Not the ideal configuration, but it'll work, and I got the blaze balloon out far. That'll still cover both these lanes. Yeah, Nicholas, like what I did on my PC waller is I went, I found a lot of pretty decent harpoon passives. Now, of course, to increase the harpoon damage, you want defense power. However, the hardy harpoon passives are all based off of defense health. So I have defense power and defense health, and my harpoons, I can go in walls and harpoons and just wreck up the magic resist lanes. Just terrorize them. So now I got 360 left. That's going to be 18. So I get 9 traps per lane. I think we'll just go like this. Now I didn't, or it was the snipers, that's right, is the first wave 1. Those guys won't be too bad. And in fact, I think they're going to drop some green mana for me too. So that'll be nice, getting that in wave 1, have something to repair. Shame I had to start over, but everyone's done it before. Don't say you didn't. It's easy to screw up maps. Let's see. I think I'll upgrade these two. You get into Nightmare 4, even if, you know, like just regular Liferoot Nightmare 4, I can pretty much do it in my sleep. Nightmare 4 Onslaught, however, you snooze for a second, and you one stupid move, like my little hero swapping situation there, and things will start to go poorly. Same as before, though. Gotta pay attention to the damn flyers. Yeah, the impaling cutter is a good one. I use the impaling cutter, I think it is, for the harps and walls. And then if I want to go walls and target dummies, I use the Harbinger weapon. Actually, I don't even use the impaling cutter anymore. I use one of those galactic weapons that drop, the one that looks like a lightsaber. I used to use the impaling cutter, though. That comes with all the necessary passives, or has the chance of having the necessary passives on it. Alright, flyers again, man. They're not letting up. Doesn't let me switch to the ground mobs for too long. Oh shit. God dang it. I'm screwed. 15 mobs left. Can I do it? No more flyers to deal with. Gonna have to run pretty damn quick and get my Squire back out. See, once again, I'm sitting there lecturing about snoozing and just snooze right on off. I never even bothered checking this wall at all. I'm gonna let him die in the fire there and kill this one from up here. Maximize my time. There we go. See if I can get the Squire back and get this wall laid down quick. Over a little bit farther than I like to the right, but whatever. There we go, plenty of time. PC users have the luxury of hitting the I button. Now I just cannot imagine how that could be a problem getting that onto the PS4, but for some reason it's just not here yet. Where we have the instant access forge wherever we go. And you know, there's several different options that someone could do for button combinations to get that instated. If that happened to me on the PC, I wouldn't sweat it. I'd swap back and forth in between characters from right there where the wall needs to go down. And no big deal. Shit happens. But we don't have that luxury on the PlayStation quite yet. More flyers. These little flyers are the worst. Watch this lane here now. And the flyers on the right, and it looks like I got one more to the left. Damn it. Yeah, hopefully so. I mean, just want it to be caught up, you know? I mean, I'm not like expecting to see, god damn. I'm not expecting to see any sort of PS4 exclusive stuff. Which I don't think that would be right for the PC users, but I would like to have everything I have on the PC account on the PS4, you know? Oh man, this is just brutal. And here I said the snipers aren't that bad. Oh, the snipers are that bad. These guys hit hard. How are we doing? That one's holding up. This one needs some love. Oh, damn, that was low. Alright, we got two more over here. Damn mages. It's a shame that the special weapon from this only triggers off of the lady orcs. That's really unfortunate. But let's see, let's throw some upgrades in here. Got that one upped already. Get these frosties squared away. Got 39 left for repairs, so that's not terrible. Plus a little bit here in the middle. Perfect. Actually can throw some more ups if I wanted. Throw one right there too. I'll keep the 63 though. Yeah, anyway, they keep talking about it, so I know that it is their goal to get it there. But I still think that, I'm definitely disappointed about Dragolich. I mean, he's a required pet right now on the PC. I mean, your damage is so much higher with it than without it. Now, Poisonous Tips is a good second choice. These flyers are wrecking. wrecking my face. Anyway, Poisonous Tips is an awesome second choice. However, you know, Dragolich puts the debuff on the mob, so everyone in the group, even if they're nowhere near you, all get the benefit of it, including your defenses. And these guys are just coming in too strong. If I survive this wave, I think I'll be okay. But then again, I thought that last round too. Last round was stupidity, though. It wasn't the build holding. Stupidity is a factor. That's right. More love right there. Oh, Maltheus needs to go. Die, you bastard. Oh, Jesus. Thank God there's no kill counter. I don't know how many times that is, but that's a lot of times. See, now the flyers are in too close. I just need to get him burned down. I'll get that blockade in just a sec. There we go. Oh, shit. Well, maybe this is just too tough for me. I thought I was going to be able to handle this without any problems. Actually, it looks like I'll survive the wave. It's just a rough combination with the snipers and those flyers. The other flyers aren't near as bad as those. Losing that blockade twice was just bad. Oh yeah, definitely. Dragolich and Poisonous Tips would be a very nice combo. No doubt about that. All right. That was pretty pathetic there. But survived, and gonna get a truckload of green mana out of that chest, so hopefully I can salvage this run. Get it to the point where it was worth running here. I better get that damn weapon. There's nothing more irritating than doing a map that takes this long with such little reward. So, man, I really want to get it. I want the damn weapon. Get these affection levels out of the way so I don't have to worry about the monthly. And that would be just awesome. Alright, so let's get this laid down. I had it a little bit too far to the right last time. I think I like it right there. Get these blaze balloons upped. Oops. Let's see, do I want to throw another up on that? I think I'd rather do the blockades than that. But before I do anything silly and start the round, let me let's switch back over to my DPS character here. Alright, now I'm missing something. What dropped? Looks like I lost a Frosty that I wasn't even aware of. Get that bad boy back up too. Yeah, no, Greystone 1000, any 1000 item power map offers the same quality gear. Now there are special drops, like the weapons you can get from Betsy, or the weapons you can get from Rampart's Incursion, or Temple, you know, the spooky stuff. Besides that, just regular old generic gear. Any item power 1000 map drops the same quality of gear. It's all the same stuff. So it doesn't matter. Any one that you're able to do, by all means do. I'm doing this for the monthly, just to grind out some pet levels, and, you know, hopes to get in that special onslaught weapon. just for, I guess, for novelty purposes, really. Alright. Let's see if this does a little bit better here. What's up, band? Greystone, of course, is probably the easiest 1,000 item power map to do. In my opinion, it is. Some people say that that Little Horn is. I guess it's all a matter of opinion. But I think Greystone's the easiest. Temple of the Necrotic, I think, is the most profitable. You got a lot of mobs on that map. And it seems like every time I do it, I end up with 10, 12 legendaries afterwards. I don't know if it's just having some lucky RNG with the drops. I mean, 10 to 12 crappy legendaries, but legendaries nonetheless. That, and it seems to me that you make the most gold on Temple of the Necrotic as well. So as far as soloing Nightmare 4 item power 1000 maps, that's my opinion. But you have to do whatever map you're comfortable doing. No, it's not viable to use a Squire. Tanks are not viable at all. So that's my opinion. Some people use them. Maps that require multiple players and lane management, like say Ramparts, Incursion, Nightmare 4. Sometimes it's helpful to have a Squire in that middle lane, but I don't travel with a Squire. I don't encourage anyone to tank on any Nightmare 4 map that I'm doing. And I mean, once I even take that to the next level and say once I get either Poisonous Tips or Dragolich, which the way it's looking, I'm going to have Poisonous Tips first, then that answer goes way further even. Because just the amount of range DPS you can put out is just insane compared to the little bit of a control that a Squire brings. The problem is when you bring in a Squire, you're automatically required to have Serenity with you, or the Squire is ineffective. And, you know, like right now, rolling solo, the way to do it is without a monk. You know, so having to mix you know, and it sucks because it's one of those necessary evils. You have to run with your Squire to get some gear for your Squire so that you have decent walls. But the maps go way, way quicker, and it's much more efficient when you have ranged DPS. Doesn't have to be a Huntress. You know, the Apprentice works just as well. The Apprentice actually seems a little bit better for mowing down the lanes. But of course, then the Huntress is a little bit better at handling flyers. See, there was one more dive bomber there. These flyers are a lot easier to deal with here. Yeah, the Squire definitely doesn't make anything easier. Makes it harder for sure, and limits you because you have to have a monk then. So it's a sad day. I love smashing faces on my Squire. Actually, to be honest with you, something that's gotten no love at all is the DPS monk. And I mean, you can really make a tank monk. Now, obviously, they don't have a taunt, but you can make a tank monk so they just wreck faces, but nobody does it. The Betsy weapon is kind of a joke for the DPS monk. It doesn't. The passive on it is not effective. The only Betsy weapon really that's worth a shit, in my opinion, is the bow. Even the sword, that being able to shoot while jumping thing, is, it just doesn't hit for anything. You know, it's so low. See how we're doing. We're good there. I think our traps are all solid. Yep. Looking alright here. Never up this side all the way. Definitely going to have to get that done at the break. It's tough to get everything upped. You know, it takes a couple of waves. I guess it depends on what waves you get too, which mobs. But before round 10 of pretty much any Onslaught map, it seems like you have everything upgraded all the way. Alright, we got bombers on the sides. Ooh, close one. Got 2 more bombers there, but I got bombers right here too, so... And got that Plaguing Hawk coming in. He shouldn't be too tough to handle, as long as I watch my walls. I got lucky that second dive bomber came after my corpse. Yeah, the monk's right click is definitely useless. That's what the... Oh, shit. Almost jumped off the wall. That's what the Betsy weapon focuses on. It adds that little lightning orb thing around him. But it just doesn't hit hard enough to make it worthwhile. The monk's secondary will do... It's one time your hero power. So that's the modifier. So whatever your hero power is how hard that ability hits. Now, obviously, if you jacked your hero power up, it would hit decent, but it still fires at the same rate. So 1-to-1 return. When, of course, a monk in melee range can just completely wreck faces if they have heals. Come on, die. Alright, well, should be able to get everything upped. Everything should be upped at least once now. That the only things I was missing here? I believe so. Got quite a few over here that need it still. Actually, we're going to have be able to get a lot of upgrades in here. Yeah, see, the right click for the Huntress gets completely eliminated by the charged passive sphere. But it hits hard. You know, mine hits for... Well, it crits for over 100k. But that charged primary spear makes it so it procs automatically, so I never hit it. Same thing with the mage. I never use the apprentice one either. Oh yeah, lots of green mana there. Terrible placement here, but it's getting the job done. Throw a couple of ups on these blockades just because I can. 300 left. Let's see. Let's do this side. There we go. Now the little itty bitty dragons, like that one to the right that died first there, those are a real pain in the ass too, because you just don't see them. You know, you see it on the minimap. You know there's one there somewhere, but their hitbox is really small, so it's harder to locate them, especially with a controller. You know, on the PC it's not so much of an issue, but with the controller and not having any sort of look sensitivity added in yet, makes those little guys a pain in the ass too. Collecting the middle lane. Die, you bastards. Just a couple more. I got the left lane too, though. Left lane was just about dead. That's what's nice when the flyers come down low like that. The traps, when the flyers won't trigger them, but another mob on the traps, it will do damage to the flyer as well. That's kind of nice. But they got to be all the way up in your business before they get to that stage. Alright, starting to smooth out a little bit more. Still taking a lot of damage to the center blockade, but once I get all those traps and that balloon out there upgraded. I never noticed the little face on the blaze balloon there. I can't believe I've never seen that. It's like a little Tweety Bird thing. Huh, I never noticed that at all. I always just looked at it as a balloon. Got little wings and a tail. That's awesome. Shows you how often I use my blaze balloons. Although they are cool. They got a lot of love on the PC. You can do a pretty mean blaze balloon build now. Definitely easy to get a mean blaze setup going. Getting too close, just thinking I'm invincible. I normally aren't, even though this is, Nightmare 4 Onslaught, and I have to pay attention. I'm not paying attention near as much as I would doing, like, say, Temple or something else on Nightmare 4. I don't know. Sadly, I've done Liferoot so many bazillions of times between the PC and the PlayStation. Every time I do it, it just seems like I'm doing that easy mode thing. And, in the current build on the PC, or on the PlayStation, pardon me, it is not even remotely easy to do any Nightmare 4s by yourself. The pumpkin effect is okay. It's nothing spectacular. You have to kill it. So, it's extra damage, so you can't really complain about it. But how it works is it pumps, you see that pumpkin head it puts on the mobs. So if you got a pack of mobs rolling down a lane and you shoot at them, you're going to first put the pumpkin heads on the mobs. Then when you kill them, the mob is going to explode, doing, 40% of your hero power to damage. I believe that's what it is, but it's only if you kill them. So if you pumpkin it and then a trap kills him, it doesn't work. Now I think if another player kills him, it works. But if you pumpkin it and a trap it kills him or gets the killing blow, then you don't get the explosion. That's how that bow blaster works. Let's go ahead and work on these walls here. Go ahead and do this one too. Hate to blow that much green mana up front, not have anything to repair with, but I'll have a little something there. I haven't found a 4-second bow blaster yet, but I've got a badass 2-second one. It's got, I think it's 8 or 10, I think it's 8 projectiles, but it's only 2 shots per second. And that's the only bad thing about it. But it had the right passives on it. It had the right stats on it. Plus, it came really high. My bow blaster I got at like item power 718 on the PC, right out of the gates. You didn't get the bow blaster on the PlayStation, did you? I don't think it's in the PlayStation yet, or I haven't seen one yet. It's actually weird that that pumpkin effect comes on the bow blaster, because the bow blaster is supposed to be one of the galactic weapons, you know? The whole Star Wars themed thing. And that aspect of it just doesn't make much sense to me, but woo! Look at that shit. Not paying attention again. Nightmare 4 Onslaught's no joke. It's a shame, like I said before, it's a shame it's not more rewarding. Because the weapons that drop are just not, they're not spectacular. I got like 4 of those bad boys, those bow blasters. I had 2 of them drop, and I got 2 of them from under the Christmas tree back during the December event on the PC. That's where I got the one that was the 718. Well, the armor cleanser got nerfed recently, but I would definitely say it's between a 4 shot per second armor cleanser and a 4 shot per second Betsy bow. It would have to be one of those. That would be my guess anyway. Now I roll around with that bow blaster I was just talking about, or I use Falcon Shot. I use Falcon Shot mainly because a lot of times when I play on the PC, I'm not really 100% paying attention. I'm like playing on the PC and watching something on TV or having a conversation with the wife or whatever the case is. And that Falcon Shot is really helpful in those situations. 1 second here, I'm all tangled up. Alright, there we go. Alright, now what do we want to do? 1200, it's time to start getting stuff a little closer to max, I think. Let me see what's taking shots. Definitely we can get that up. Get these guys all up to 3 bars. And I need to not neglect these side lanes. As you see, I've already done just a bit. You know, by wave 10, everything will be will probably be fully upgraded. But you know what? I'm just gonna pop it right there and hell with it. Yeah, the armor cleanser is still really good though. Even after the nerf, it's still good. That's the same thing with me. I haven't gotten a 4 per second armor cleanser yet. Yeah, it seems like every time I look away, every time I look away at my monitor, something bad happens. Oof. That was a beatdown on that blockade there. Just getting too damn close to everything. I'm a ranged DPS player. God damn. Why am I running up in people's faces? They just lowered the amount of resistance reduction. It was enough to piss off a lot of people on the forums, but it's one thing I noticed about Dungeon Defenders, and it was the same thing with the original game. Dungeon Defenders players are really hard on Trendy. Now, granted, it is a grind game, and it's frustrating when you spend hours and hours and hours and hours grinding for gear, and you finally get it, and then it gets changed. I understand that that's frustrating. But everybody needs to understand that that's what comes with growth, you know? Change is necessary with growth in just about everything in life, including video games. So I don't post on the forums a whole lot. I read them almost every day, but there's too many. The Dungeon Defenders community is very flamey. They like to troll each other, and they like to say harsh things to Trendy, and I don't really encourage that or agree with that. So I stay out of those situations most of the time. Gonna have to do this lane next. Get it a little juicier. That guy's a little too low for my liking, though. At least get a few more charges on him. Alright, well, right lane's coming in, but I'm in the left lane, so be quicker to get these guys burnt first. It's exactly what I thought. It's all about fighting flyers. And I'm just wondering, you know, now obviously if you had a decked out monk, you know, some air defense would be very helpful here, but I'm just wondering how long it would take before the air defense was ineffective without having just a ton of them spammed around. Damn, man. Every time one of them gets close to me, I'm dead. Yeah, no question. I mean, like you said, I mean, the word alpha means so little to people on the Dungeon Defenders forums. They flame away, and I mean, we're lucky, really, when you think about it. Now, obviously, it was, you know, cash generation for Trendy and everything else to get the game out in early access. But, I mean, how many games that are in the alpha stages that you actually get to play just freely, anybody who wants, just like, you know, like this one? You know, there's few games like that, you know, and, you know, you have to pre-order or get a code or do, you know, jump through whatever hoop to get into the alpha and beta of games usually. I'm grateful to be playing it because it filled a huge void in my gaming life. I was to a point where I needed something new, and this was exactly what I needed. And you know what? It is just getting hot as shit. This wave's not over yet, though. I was gonna say I'm wearing it was pretty cold when I started the stream, but apparently my heaters are on overdrive or something because it's just pretty damn hot now. Let's see. I'll get through this. Get to an actual break, and then I gotta deal with this hoodie I'm wearing. You know, I like everything that Trendy's done really so far with it, and you know, don't get me wrong, I had someone post comments on one of my videos back not too long ago saying something about how Trendy pays YouTubers to say positive things or whatever. And I mean, now every company has a marketing budget, but Trendy has no idea who I am. They have no idea that I've put so much content on YouTube about their game. You know, so I assure you, although it would be wonderful, I'm not on that list of people getting paid to play. Every game I play for me. If I don't enjoy it, I don't play it. Yeah, I was actually going to make a video about that because I'd gotten like 5 or 6 comments like all within a week about being paid to play, and it's like, man, that would be completely awesome, but it's definitely not the case. I mean, I get the same treatment from Trendy that everybody else does. If I put in a support ticket or whatever, it takes just as long to get finished as it does for anybody else. So, you know, I'm definitely playing it because I love it. I just really like third-person action tower defense. Alright, now I hate to do this to you guys, but I gotta put you on hold here for a second. I gotta lose this jacket. I feel like it's a million degrees. So I will be right back. Alright, that's much better. Holy shit. I live in the Pacific Coast, you know, and it never gets real hot here. And it does tend to get really cold at night, but I think the wife cranked the heater up before she went to work or something, because it just got hotter than shit out of nowhere. Yeah, nothing worth a shit there. 125 gold probably. Yeah, I was kind of surprised, you know. I mean, I understand that I don't have a big YouTube channel. Now, you know, I want it to get big, but I'm not the type of person that can just yell and scream and dance around to entertain little kids, you know. It's just not me. So my channel is definitely a slow-growing channel. Now, in the entire life of it, it's never gone backwards. It's always been growing. But it's growing slow, you know. But anyway, one of the things that I was surprised about is I applied for the Casters Guild, you know, the Trendy Entertainment Stream Team, and they never even replied back to me. And, you know, I'm not 100% positive, but I think I'm probably the most active person on YouTube with Dungeon Defenders 2. I don't think anybody puts up anywhere near this much content. So I was kind of surprised that they didn't even reply. But yeah, no reply at all from the Casters Guild. So I never bothered to reapply, of course. You know, they've had a couple of times where they've posted on forums that if you're interested in joining the Casters Guild, you know, fill out this questionnaire, blah, 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 all that shit. I did it once and they ignored me, so I never went back and did it again. But, you know, you're getting the real deal because, like I said, I'm playing this game because I love the game. The instant it starts to suck or not be what I'm looking for anymore, you will definitely get an honest opinion on that. You know, I'm at that stage really, you know, with the channel. You know, when I put a lot of work into it, I get a lot out of it. If I have enough time to, on my days off or whatever the case is, to pump out lots of content, I mean, I see an immediate result. You know, I get spikes in subscribers and big spikes in views and everything else. But, you know, I still gotta, the wife says I still gotta work. She's not happy on living on nothing, so yeah, I still have to go to work. And although my job is awesome in the aspect of we work 10-hour days, so we get 3 days off a week, those 10-hour days are long. You know, especially when they turn into 12-hour days. God damn, man. I don't think I ever in my entire life playing DD2 have gotten my face smashed in by so many flyers. Every time I go near one, I die. But yeah, anyway, I wanted to join the Casters Guild and all that stuff. I was all hyped about it. So I filled out the application this was months ago, just assuming that they would invite me, and they never even replied. But I don't know. I think I don't think anybody puts up as much content as I do. I mean, I play this game every day. You know, no, there's days where I had a ridiculously long work day or whatever where I only play it for maybe an hour. But I play it at least an hour on the PC or the PlayStation every single day. And then on my days off, of course, it's hours and hours. In fact, the guys I normally play with aren't even online yet. They're, you know what? It's just after 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time here, 1 a.m. This is about when a lot of the people that I play with regularly start logging on. I keep very strange hours for a West Coast American. God damn it, there's another one. Like I said, I don't ever think I've had this much of an issue with flyers. I mean, I've sat there and swung at them before with Squires and not been insta-killed over and over and over again. Now, of course, I had 20,000 health. These guys are probably hitting me for like 2,100. Man, I got a lot. I got a big build up in the middle, too. Ugh. Few more in the mid. I think the guys on the right may take care of themselves. Let's see. Yeah, I just love, like I said, I love the game, you know. I play it every day, so when I find something new, I like to try to share it on the channel. You know, not very often. And then a lot of the information, good lord. Jesus, does anyone have a kill count for just this wave alone? Is that like 5? Ridiculous. You know, a lot of the stuff people take for granted, it's to the regular Dungeons & Defenders 2 player, it's pretty, you know, well-known easy mode stuff, but, you know, just about every little how-to or guide or whatever that I put up, people ask questions that they want, you know, even more basic information, you know, particularly with pets. I got a lot of questions about pets and, you know, various hero builds. But so, I mean, there's no shortage of ideas for new content I could produce. It's just a matter of having the time to do it. And when, you know, like tonight where I get a hair up my ass, where I just want to work on the monthly quest and grind up a few earth pets to try to get poisonous tips, it, you know, it eats up a lot of time. You know, just in the time to do this live stream, I probably could, you know, I've been doing those little hero spotlight guides. I could probably make 4 or 5 hero spotlight guides in the time it would take me just to do this one live stream, but this is what I want to do. I want to get lucky and get some goddamn poisonous tips. Like I said, I'm not going to grind it because I know that I'll be able to get it easily with the Carnival. But I want to get lucky. I have not gotten lucky on the PlayStation at all, in any aspect. I've had to grind for every piece of gear I've gotten. I've still yet to get a decent weapon for my DPS character. I would be happy right now to get a 4 shots per second Betsy bow, you know, armor cleanser obviously, or that pumpkin weapon, even from the spooky maps. I'd be happy with any of that right now. Can't find them. Or find them, and, well, I just can't find them at 4 per second, I guess I should say. At this point, with the horrible luck I've had with bows, I would probably take a 4 per second armor cleanser or a Betsy bow that had defense crit on it. Now, I've yet to spend like an entire day grinding out Betsy either. Betsy's a little tricky right now. She's pretty easy to take down in a group on Nightmare 4, but damn near impossible solo. I mean, I'm sure somebody's done it, but I haven't been able to do it yet. And she's actually bugged right now, too, where she does the instant explode with the sticky nades. Everybody remembers that from the PC. That's Betsy's current state. So all you have to do is survive 4 waves, and you win. But surviving those 4 waves is a bit of a challenge. Man, I'm letting these flyers get in way too close. They could just start taking shots at my Frosties or anything there. Oh, that sucks. I'm not at 50% Frosty on the PC. I've got a couple of pieces, or I've got two. I'm at 48% because I've got 2 pieces that are 9%. But I didn't. I went pretty hard on the wheel for the Huntress because I had, I've got so many Huntresses: the DPS Huntress, the Traptress, the Blaze Ballooner, the Poison Dart Tower. I've got 4 level 50 Huntresses. So I went to town with the gold on those characters, and then I improved my walls by like 20,000. I think I was at like 320,000 prior to the Carnival, and now I'm at 344 or something like that on the PC. Now I'm hoping to have enough gold on the PlayStation to get everything completely squared away. Which one of these did I open? Here it is. Good lord. I must have been sitting on a lot of mana there and not paying attention. It's alright, let me get a couple of... Oh, this side lane's mean now. Holy shit, look at that. Not going to have to worry about too many ground troops on that lane, that's for sure. Only 360 left. I got, on the PC, my first Poisonous Tips took me forever to get. That was before rerolls. Well, it wasn't before rerolls, but it was before rerolls you could get for free at the Carnival. Or essentially free. If you save up 1,000,000 gold and you blow it on the wheel at the Carnival, you're going to have stacks of the ability rerolls. So I got my first Poison Tips pet. It took me, I want to say, probably about 20 Earth pets, leveled up to level 10 to get it. And then after I got 1, I ended up getting like 3 really, really fast. And one of them was that that pet that came with the Galactic package. I can't remember what it's called, the G410 or whatever it is. I got Poisonous Tips on one of those, and that's a pretty cool looking guy. Even leveled up. I got mine to level 60 now. It's blue though. I never got a legendary one, or even a purple one for that matter. But I got a blue one, and I actually spent. I had like 1,000 gems left over, and I spent like 1,000 gems trying to get a better one of those pets. Never got it though. Yeah. I sold, I did my original run. I had 2.5 million or 3 million gold. I did that original run and I blew it all. And I actually sold everything. I saw how easy it was to get everything. And I sold absolutely everything. And then I farmed up another like 2.5 or 3 million gold and dumped it into it. And I've been, the Carnival's still there on the PC. It hasn't gone. It's not going until the next update comes. So, I mean, who knows? Could be tomorrow, or later today, or could be a month. Who knows? But, so you can still go farm the wheel, but I've been saving saving that grind, that gold grind for the PlayStation. I have been doing a couple of things. I did Temple of the Necrotic for the first time, Nightmare 4 on the PC. I did that yesterday, I think. I did it just to see if I could do it. I wasn't recording it or anything. But I actually completed it. I completed it like 1 out of every 4 or 5 times on the PlayStation. But on the PC, I was never able to do it. But I got it completed now. I debated on farming up one of those bows, but I really want the bow on the PlayStation. Not too concerned about the PC. Well, the rest of this wave, I'm sure there's going to be another group of flyers that come in, but should be easy mode now. Yeah, it's insane the amount of bags you fill up. I mean, with all of your bags, with complete max capacity bags, which I have everything maxed, of course. I want to say like maybe 1 million gold, 1 million to 1.5 million gold will fill your bags. With all kinds of goodies. I bet I sold, I don't know, 250 to 300 item power 700 legendaries that I'd gotten off the wheel. I just flat out sold them. Didn't keep them for upgrades, nothing. Just got rid of them because there was just so many. See, if you get the magic resist lanes in the middle, you can sit here with that, you know, hero gold skill sphere and just rack it up. You can have a pile of about 10,000 gold there after every horde wave. Just sitting right here spraying at that last huge line rolling in. That's not even the last line, but unfortunately we got physical resist in the mid though. In fact, I may just forget about these guys and switch over. Because this is a magic resist lane, and I can get a little gold out of the deal here with all these little guys rolling up. Here's the piles. At least get a couple thousand out of the deal. Like I said, right now, that's one of the best things you could do. If you've got at least one character to item power 700 on the PlayStation, the absolute best thing you could do right now is farm gold. You know, now obviously people want to get all the gear upgrades and do all that stuff, but trust me, when that Carnival event comes, you're going to wish you had millions more gold. Now see, we're getting jackpot on the PlayStation. We're getting jackpot at the same time as the Carnival. But the jackpot passive, which also makes these skill spheres just insane. Every one of them that pops, you end up getting like 560, 480, just large amounts of gold from. Alright, now we got flyers coming down on the left lane, so I'm going to leave those guys and make sure I deal with these flyers, because it's those little irritating flyers too. Damn you, irritating flyers. And it looks like I got dive bombers in the center. Yeah, I've got some flyers right here too, though, that I need to deal with before I worry about the dive bombers. The dive bombers are getting close. Ah, they're not that close. Not even close enough to see yet, hell. Oh! I'm so lucky I survived that hit. Oh man, I'm so lucky that that didn't one-shot my egg too. Die! What's the egg at? Oh my god! Oh, it had like just a couple of hundred health left. Oh man. Well, needless to say, it would have been over. I don't know how many times I gotta say it before I actually, you know, do what is it? Do what I do, or do what I say, not what I do. Well, eventually I will actually do what I say here and kill these damn flyers, because they will be the end of me. I mean, that could have potentially been over right then. Just a couple of hundred health. Insane. Alright, I learned my lesson. Back to focusing on these flyers here. Jesus, I'm only at wave 6. Ugh. I bet my pet is at like wave, or at like level 4 or 5 infection level. These horde waves, it's so easy to zone out on the packs. But you got to continue to watch that minimap, of course. Yeah, I wish those buffs stacked higher too. Stacking to 10 sucks. The buffs are awesome though. I've got a lot of them. I've got 2 bags full of buffs to save. And I've anything I get now that goes over those 2 bags, I've just been getting rid of. Oh, I agree. I'm hoping they'll change it to around to where the original Dungeon Defenders was, where, you know, this is where you get the best gear, and then you know, like, it took a while to finish those survival maps in the original Dungeon Defenders, but you had a chance of getting something, you know. I mean, towards the end of those maps, there was some good stuff that dropped. What did I used to do? I used to like to do Aquanos. Was probably my favorite one. Aquanos or Tower or Tavern Defense were my 2 favorites. I think I had my best luck on Aquanos. That's why it was one of my favorites. I got some nice gear off of that. Whew, almost got me. Let me get myself healed up a little here. Just gonna stay back and shoot these guys. I don't want any more unnecessary deaths and missing out on any gold. I'm sure they will, because, I mean, they know who's playing what, you know? The current state of it, Onslaught is almost a pointless portion of the game. I mean, you get the golden pets, which that's the only place you can get them. And you have a chance of getting wyvern tokens, which, you know, you seem like you need them so bad at the beginning, and then you end up with just so many sitting. Like on the PC, I've been blowing them on key lock boxes too, and I still got like 400 or something just sitting. Because once you get all the Ubers, you know, you keep earning them. And, you know, like completing the monthly missions and everything else, they reward so many. You basically get an Uber just for completing a monthly mission. I think you get 60. I'm stoked to see the new monthly came in so fast on the PlayStation, but man, I really wanted it to be Dragolich. I did. Instead, the Possessed Sword. I know some people used it with like AP apprentices, but I don't think there's any comparison personally. Yeah, that'd be cool too if it had checkpoints or something like that in, or games save, you know, where you could save a game. You know, I get a nice little window every day where I can pretty much play uninterrupted because my wife works a really funky shift. I usually get off at like 2 or 3 in the morning, you know, sometimes later, but most days I'm actually home and already gaming at 2 a.m. And the wife doesn't get off till 6 a.m. So I got 4 hours after I get off work every day for uninterrupted gaming. But, you know, once the wife comes home, you know, no matter how much you think of yourself, the wife will still tell you what to do. There is no doubt about that. Now, you know, my wife, obviously, she knows I've been a gamer for so long. If I didn't spend a couple of hours a day playing something, she would wonder what was wrong. But I was like that before I met her, you know, so it was a little easier transition. She plays too. She likes video games. Well, everybody likes video games. It's just a matter of whether or not they admit it. She likes playing puzzle games, Bejeweled and stuff like that. She's got a general rule that she doesn't want to play a video game where she has to jump or aim. She doesn't mind shooting, but she doesn't want to aim. Yeah, because everybody's already there. I mean, on the PC right now, when I log onto the PC, that's the only thing I do is farm gold, but or try to do something I haven't done before. But it's because I've got everything I want at the current state. You know, and obviously that will change. You know, 700 is not going to be the cap for gear, and I would imagine neither is level 50. I would bet that that's going to go up. I bet eventually, when it's all said and done, years down the road, all the DLCs are out and everything else. I bet the cap is 100, like Dungeon Defenders, the original game. But yeah, in the current status on the PC, it's all about farming the gold, and you know, I'll get to that stage on the PlayStation too. But I'm definitely not there yet. But I'm hoping I can at least get. I'm worried, seeing how poorly I've done here, how high I'm going to be able to get, and I thought I was going to be able to get to wave 15 or 20, but now I'm not as optimistic. I really just don't think I'm going to be able to do it, especially if I keep ignoring these goddamn flyers. Jeez. I just wish it wasn't so slow. You know, it takes so long for the projectiles to get to the targets. But besides that, I mean, particularly for someone lazy like myself, it is an awesome, awesome shot, you know? Now, of course, that too comes from someone who has shit luck with bows and doesn't have a good Betsy bow or a good armor cleanser. So, I got that good bow blaster, but that's not on the same level, in my opinion. Alright, 1,000 coming this wave. 659, I don't really see anything that needs to be repaired or upped. I guess, start working on these guys, get a little more range out of them. And I think I just canceled this upgrade. Yeah, I did. That was smooth. Very, very smooth. Yeah, the center lane, you can't see the flyers coming in for shit, but you can, if you are aiming at the right place, then its little nameplate comes up with how much health it has left. So that's how you know you're hitting it. There's an ogre. Like I said, the Ogre portion of this, it's kind of funny when this mission was on the PC. I remember people complaining about having to kill so many ogres, and it's like, what about the pet affection levels? I mean, I'm going to be way past the ogre count by the time I get 75 pet affection levels. There's no doubt about that. Let me get this guy down. Make sure this is healed up. It looks good. I got no flyers coming in right at the moment, so I should be safe to get this guy burned up. Got the double legendaries. One of my buddies just came online. That's what I did. I've got my Waller slash, and I've got my Waller. Then I've got an additional weapon and amulet set that I use to turn him into a Waller slash harpooner. And then I've got my cannonball Squire, which I still my cannonball Squire is like completely juiced. I mean, he is a badass. I never use him. I've got everything maxed on him. I got this defense power as high as you can get it. I'm at the maximal crit percentage, and I've got the correct passives on every piece. And I still just never ever use them. The only time I ever use them is if I'm soloing the Harbinger. Yeah, one of my friends, my buds, just popped on. That would be a huge assistance if he brought his meaty DPS in here. Are you in the stream, Bomb? Are you watching? He probably doesn't even know I'm streaming. You know, I don't remember off the top of my head, to be honest with you. There, Nicholas, what it is. I have all base item power 700 gear. Every piece was 700. It came from the wheel, and they're all not fully upgraded, but mostly upgraded. And then, like I said, I got 30% crit, and I got all the passives, but I don't remember what that number is. I never use them, so I just haven't been paying attention to it. I know there's going to be another group of flyers, so I don't want to switch out. And look at the message. One of the guys I play with regularly just came online. Like I said, it's about the hour that they start showing up. He sent me a message. But I don't want to tab out and look at it right at the moment. You know, early on in the game, when before Nightmare was here, and it was the whole 25++ was the hardest levels, I used my Cannonball Squire big time. Cannonball stun was massive. But now with the no knock-up resistance on the lane, on some lanes, there's also a the no knock-up includes no stun, so the cannonball stun's not as effective. But they lay down the pain, man. They're popping out at like I think mine are going at like a shot every 1.34 seconds or something like that. Yeah. Well, it's pretty much the minimum number that people are looking for is 300,000 on walls on the PC. Now you can do it with walls lower than that, but if you get walls over 300,000, you're looking pretty good for the most part. The traps, the cap. Now, don't quote me on this, but I believe the maximum damage that you can get out of an explosive trap is 3,200 damage per second. Now, like I said, don't quote me on that because I'm not positive if that's accurate. I'm not there yet. I'm not at 3,200 damage per second. But I do know people that are, and their traps are just insane. Now they've got, you know, fully upgraded pieces. That's the other deal. If just like my traps, my explosive trap sits at just under 2,600 damage per second. But I've got a lot of upgrades to do still. If I dumped, you know, a couple million into his gear, getting it all upped, I'd be, I want to say I'd probably be pretty close to 3,000 damage per second. Then the Frosties, of course, everybody wants 50% of the highest DP possible. Yeah, you're at the same, pretty much at the same place I am. You know, it's all about, I had to make a choice, basically. I was having a lot of fun playing on the PC and the PS4, but I discovered very, very quickly how there's just not enough hours in the day to be a hardcore player of both platforms. I mean, you would have to be jobless with someone paying the bills for you and feeding you. I mean, that's the only way you'd have enough hours to grind it all out. And I chose the PS4 as what is going to be my now right now my PC account, my characters are way, way better off than my PS4 characters are. I'm at kind of a middle road with the grind. But I chose the PS4 as what's going to be my primary account. And although I still, like I said, I still play on the PC, and I do you know, all of my guides and stuff like that will all be done from the PC. Because the PC is in the end state, or not the end state, but the furthest state along that the game is in currently. So that's where I always want to do those guides at, in the most current form. Oh, shit. I saw that coming. Ah, this is the end. Dive Bomber's going to get my... Oh, he got frozen. Oh, how lucky was that? Holy crap. Oh, man. I had the front row seat there, too, with my death cam. Yeah, there's a big difference. You know, somebody asked that earlier about the pets, and you definitely get a lot of stats out of the pets, there's no doubt. All right, so let me check this message real quick. I will be right back in here. Balls than I do. All right, I got a crappy bow. What's the defense? See, the defense power is still really low, but I'm only on wave 7, and that's why. Let me spread some more love around here. he may or may not, obviously, telling one of your friends that is a hardcore player as well, that you're doing Onslaught right now is not a big encouragement for them to join your group. Let's see, 200 left. I think let me check this side. Or shit, did I lost another Frosty. I gotta get that back up. That Frosty's going down frequently. You know what, let me move it over here and see if that makes any difference. I don't think it will, but maybe. Throw a couple of ups on these just for the... Wow, I never upgraded that wall all the way yet. Oof. Getting low on that guy. And we're looking pretty good elsewhere. I'm still disappointed in the Minimap, too, on the PlayStation 4 compared to the PC. Where on the PlayStation 4, on the Minimap, it shows when an item is taking damage. It flashes red, but it doesn't go to that solid red like it does on the PC. And I wished it did. No, it doesn't work there, Nicholas. It shows both stats, but you only get whichever one is higher. So you definitely want to roll that off. There was a lot of confusion with that early on the PC. And, you know, you can't, you're not getting the benefit of both stats. See, we got Exploded Bastard over here. He went down. Lots of splody flyers here. Big group coming down the middle. Man, I gotta get on these guys quicker. They're just getting in way too far. Yeah, that's the double empower stats. Uh-oh. On pets it's well known. It's been around for a long time, but it was mentioned months ago that you're not getting the benefit. I tested it to see it was true. It was true. Uh-oh. 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 Shit. Damn. All right, 5 left. I'm gonna get up here by the forge and get ready for a quick lay down of some Frosties. Let's see if I can get these laid down and switch back over. I may end up having to do a wave on my apprentice, which, you know, obviously I don't want to do. I think that was it, actually. Just those 4 got wrecked. There we go, piece of cake. All right, Nicholas, appreciate it, man. Enjoy your day. Thanks for swinging by. It's you know, to grind out the rest of this monthly, I'm definitely not going to be doing this on Nightmare 4. I'm doing this just for the chance at getting the special Lady Orc weapon. Man, there's too many flyers. Well, that and it takes too long to burn them. The good thing I've got my traps and everything upgraded because every flyer on the map is like getting right up in my business really quick. And another yellow over here. And another one coming in right behind him. I'm just going to go ahead and take that other one down while I'm here. And two yellows over here. Good gosh. And a third coming up the rear over to the right side. Alright, there we go. Survived it. Wasn't looking good. Alright, now what needs ups? See, we're looking good so far on these traps. That wall's healthy enough. Well, none of those traps are getting too low. I may be able to just save up here. I sent him a message asking if he wanted to join me on my Nightmare 4 Onslaught, and he didn't reply. And this is a guy that loves the game and does anything, anytime, you know. That is the current state of Onslaught. Get it done here, though. I gotta watch the time. I don't know. I don't remember what time I even started streaming. Unfortunately, on the PS4, it doesn't have the interface that on the PC has when you're live streaming with OBS. Guess I could always use the capture card and still stream from OBS. You want that defense speed on your weapon. The snowstorm is just, it's not important. I mean, it helps if you have it, but you want the, what is it? It's Frosty Power and Frost Fire, I want to say, is the two passives. Oh, shit. Your weapon, you definitely want, the Frost Power or Frost Fire and the increase in attack speed. It's going to do way better for you than Snowstorm is. What did we get there? Probably junk. Grounded hordes. .601? Come on. What a POS. It's actually not a terrible piece. It's got hero crit on it and hero damage, but good lord. Item power 601? I could see getting that in the first wave. In the 8th wave, I'd like to at least be getting something in the 650s or whatever. That's junk. Alright. Just do the math. Just go, you know, do the math on what benefit your traps or whatever are getting with each piece. Just look at the total percentage you have and the total defense power you have, and that'll tell you which piece you should use. I did up this one. Or no, I never even upped that one. I thought I upped all those. Guess not. Alright, so I am fully upgraded in the mid now. With 400 left over. I think it's time to start throwing it onto my Frosties just to get a little extra range. Extra range helps out with those flyers for sure. Let's see what we need over here, though. Actually looking pretty good here. I mean, it does to an extent, but the problem is you've got to get so far. I mean, to get to wave 25, even on the easiest Onslaught map there is, it takes a long time. And to do that on Nightmare 4, I mean, the time investment is insane. I mean, it's hours and hours and hours just to do the one run, you know? And, you know, with the gear you get off of it, I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be happy with anything I got out of here unless I got really close to item power 700 on that special bow. I'd be, even though I might never even use it, I'd be happy with the time expenditure, I guess. If I got the special bow at 4 shots per second as well, I'd want it pretty close to item power 700 and 4 shots per second. And then I wouldn't mind spending this much time. But the time allotment for Onslaught versus the reward are just terribly out of sync. You know, considering like right now you can do, you know, when it's talking about getting a special weapon, I mean, you can do Betsy on Nightmare 4 with 2 people. You can probably do that 3 times, maybe 4 times an hour, and you wouldn't even get 1 Onslaught up to wave 20 in an hour. I mean, I think in an hour you'd probably be, if you did the easiest Onslaught, you'd probably be at, you know, like wave 15 or so. So, I mean, you'd get a golden pet out of the deal. But golden pets, of course, are nothing but cosmetic, and that's the other thing. I mean, you spend this much time invested for such a slow reward. Yeah, I wouldn't factor in the slow on whether or not you're going to use a piece or not. I would just look at the raw power of what you're getting. And if it's on your weapon, definitely choose the attack speed, the Frostfire attack speed thingy, over anything else. The additional slow is nothing to write home and tell mom about, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't give you that much. I mean, like I said, if it has both of the passives, like a weapon with the additional slow and the increased defense speed, then of course, you know, that's the ideal one you want. You want to keep farming actually until you get that one, and you don't get that off the Carnival wheel. Gonna have to get out there and do some maps. Carnival wheel only drops the standard weapons. Doesn't do any of the specials. God, I can't believe this is only wave 8. It just feels like I've been going forever. Only wave 8. Got a little mana dropping now. Give me that gold. The earliest, I think, you know, of course you get the trolls on the forums that talk about how they got theirs in wave 2 or whatever, their special weapon. But I think the earliest I've seen a player that I recognize their name say that they've seen it was on like wave 14. You'd think they'd standardize that too, like the golden pets. I mean, the golden pets are very standardized now. You know, you still hear people saying that they got one on wave 18 or whatever the case is, but I've never seen it. I've seen wave 15, wave 25, wave 35, and that's as far as I've gone. Every time, though, you get a golden pet, wave 15, 25, and 35 every single run. Come on, all you little bastards. Just roll on into your death here. Grab a drink real quick. YouTube has got that 3-hour cutoff now on their live stream, and I think I may have hit that mark. I don't remember what time I started streaming. I was very casual about it this evening. I've done longer live streams than 3 hours, but YouTube claims that if you go over 3 hours, they can't archive the video. Maybe I haven't been. I don't know. What, it's almost 2 in the morning now. It's like 5 till 2. I thought that I started around 11 o'clock. And that would put it at 3 hours. I'm going to have to, next break I get, I'm going to have to, I don't even have the, I've got the chat screen loaded up on my computer, but I don't. Yeah, it's difficult to stay, even at this point, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm at a point now where I feel like I'm grinding. Now I'm making some gold, and that you know, that pleases me with the Carnival coming. But you know, with the lack of rewards, it's definitely a huge lack of fun for Onslaught, you know. Got one more in the mid, and then 3 or 4 down the left. There we go. Bunch of them. Ah, they all nosedived. How lucky. All right, let me pull that up and look real quick. Oh, I'm just under the 3-hour mark. I'm at 2 hours 57 minutes. Good Lord! So I'm actually going to cut it right here, and I will be right back. Though I'm going to start it up as a new stream here. That way I don't go over that 3-hour mark and lose the archive of this. So be right back.